From News 3 Now, this is breaking news.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Marcus Randall L., guilty of first-degree intentional homicide of Sierra Winchester as a party to a crime as charged in count 1 of the information.
We begin with breaking news from the trial of Marcus Randall L. You just saw him, head in his hands, as a jury found the former Wisconsin Badger guilty in the murders of Brittany McAdory and Sierra Winchester. Convicted on all 4 charges he faced, our Catherine Merck has covered this trial from day 1 and joins us live from the Rock County Courthouse. And Catherine, this happened just moments ago. Can you describe the mood inside that room?
Eric, as the judge read the jury's verdict, friends and family of Marcus Randall L. held each other and cried in sorrow for their son, while friends and family of the victims in the 2020 Janesville double homicide got a sense of relief. This verdict comes after a 6-day-long jury trial. The state and defense gave its closing arguments earlier this afternoon. The state showed the jury a digital presentation of what it believed was the timeline of Marcus Randall L's actions before, during, and after his alleged homicides. The defense told the jury there were gaps in the case that needed to be considered to charge Randall L. with these crimes.
The state cannot connect Mr. Randall L. to the shooting, only the Jeep. That requires not guilty verdicts on counts 1 and 2.
You have the girls picking him up at Midvale. You have the defendant in the Jeep all the way until it's bombed out. All of that points to the defendant committing this crime.
The jury took 2 hours for deliberation. A sentencing hearing is set for May 3rd at 9 a.m. And we've been giving you live updates from this trial since the beginning. A recap of this case is available on our website right now at channel3000.com. Reporting live in Janesville, I'm Catherine Merck for News 3 Now.
Catherine, thank you. A state law enforcement agent pleading not guilty today in a case that brought the state's deadly force rules into the spotlight. Dane County prosecutors charged Mark Wagner with 1 count of second-degree recklessly endangering safety after investigators determined he fired at Quadrin Wilson. According to court documents, Wagner fired twice at Wilson during an attempted arrest in February of last year. Wagner is scheduled to appear in court in late March for a status conference. Wagner's attorneys argued in court he shot Wilson because Wagner believed Wilson was shooting at him. Wilson was wanted for various drug charges during the attempted arrest on Madison's east side. However, he was not armed during that incident. Let's check your certified most accurate forecast now. Here is Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, today was just kind of a cloudy ho-hum day with temperatures still a little bit above average. That's been the case since the end of December, but that will change as we head into the early parts of next week. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam, just mostly cloudy skies here. A few snow flurries to our north and west across northwestern Wisconsin, but we're going to watch snow come in from the south later on tonight. High temperatures today right around freezing. Madison hit 33, Janesville 36. Most areas got at least a little bit above freezing. Right now temperatures have dropped into the upper 20s to the lower 30s. Still 35 Milwaukee, 34 in Janesville and Kenosha, but already 29 in Madison and the Dells. Across Dane County, temperatures right now generally in the upper 20s. 29 in Verona. It's 29 degrees in McFarland and 29 degrees in Sun Prairie. Look for mostly cloudy skies this evening. Temperatures holding nearly steady in the upper 20s, but there is a winter weather advisory for Rock County from 6 a.m. tomorrow morning till 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon for some accumulating snow. I'll tell you how much we can expect in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Apply while you still can. That is the message to those in need of rental assistance. The money from an emergency program set up during the pandemic is running out. The state-run portion actually ending this week. So far, more than $242 million in benefits has been paid out, helping more than 38,000 unique households across all 72 Wisconsin counties. Tahlil Modine joins us now with more. Tahlil?
That's right. The state-run portion of the program is coming to an end, but for almost 2 years, it helped Wisconsin families cover costs for rent, utilities, water, and internet, allowing many to stay afloat during the worst of the pandemic. As the state's emergency rental assistance program comes to an end, the top officials who ran it are calling it a success.
We've heard from recipients of these funds how meaningful it was to know that they had a roof over their head and could have some additional peace of mind.
Secretary of the Wisconsin Department of Administration, Kathy Blumenfeld, acknowledges there's still more need for rental assistance than there are funds available, but says the program has served its purpose.
It was meant to be temporary relief during the pandemic, And we're really proud of the number of people that we were able to serve during this time.
Amber Duddy with the Community Action Coalition says part of the reason so many are still in need of assistance despite the pandemic easing up is inflation.
I think that's the hard part.
Duddy says about 13% of Wisconsin households are spending 50% of their entire income towards rent. And without the emergency rental assistance, the transition will be tough.
This program was really helping a lot of those individuals who have very low incomes and very high rents stay housed.
But state leaders say they have no intention of leaving Wisconsinites high and dry.
We partner with the local CAP agencies, things like crisis management. So if you're on the edge of eviction, if you need help with counseling, mediation, there are a number of different programs out there that can help people with their housing stability.
And in larger municipalities like Dane, Waukesha, and Brown counties, which run their emergency rental assistance programs independent from the state, there's still a bit more time and more money. But Duddy says it won't last very long.
I don't think any of the programs funded by the Treasury throughout the country are going to last through this year.
In total, the state received almost $550 million. Roughly $200 million was handled directly by those larger municipalities. The city of Madison alone used roughly $30 million of those funds.
Tahlil, thank you. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says it is running out of credible leads in its search for a missing man. 34-year-old Ronald Henry was last seen in early December at a home in rural Platteville. Sheriff deputies there are asking the public to share any information they might have. Henry's aunt told us he went to Platteville from Milwaukee on December 1st to take a live-in farm job with a friend and their uncle. Henry's described as being about 5'10", 170 pounds. Last seen wearing a heavy blue winter coat, basketball shorts, and dark tennis shoes. Anyone with information is asked to call the Grant County Sheriff's Office. People in Richland Center want to do something for the leader of an animal rescue who lost everything in a fire. Just 2 days ago, that fire destroyed Julie Elliott's home. It's also killed more than 20 animals she was caring for. Judy Elliott is the head of Richland Center Rescue. She's doing okay health-wise, but still needs a lot of support. Since the fire, at least 3 businesses in the Richland Center area have started fundraising efforts of their own. A friend of Elliott's has also worked with the People's Community Bank in town to set up a beneficiary account that anyone can contribute to. All of the money donated will go directly to Elliott. She lost her clothes, family heirlooms, and more, but that's not her biggest concern.
Losing the house wouldn't have bothered Judy too much. You know, it's just material, and she's never been about the material things. It was more of the losing the animals, which is just going to be so hard for her. She's so selfless.
Elliott's niece also set up a GoFundMe page to raise money to replace what was lost. You can find that on our website, channel3000.com. The Sauk County Sheriff's Office identifying a Reedsburg man killed in a crash outside Baraboo. 20-year-old Nicholas Rizzio was a passenger in a vehicle when it left the road and hit a power pole and a tree. It happened late Sunday night along County Road W. Rizzio was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver, a 22-year-old man from Baraboo, was taken to a local hospital. In the next hour, the governor will deliver his first State of the State address for his second term, and we'll hear a mix of accomplishments from his first term and where he'd like to take the state now. Live now from the Capitol with more is our political reporter, Will Keneally. Will?
Well, Eric, one of the big themes that we'll hear tonight is the economy. So we'll hear Evers tout the economic recovery post-pandemic. That is a big characteristic of his first 4 years. We'll also hear him tee up a debate that we're expecting over the next few months over how to spend the state's nearly $7 billion budget surplus. We'll also see how bipartisan those politicians will be throughout the debate. Ahead of tonight's speech, we sat down with Madison Representative Francesca Hahn.
I think that there have been some conversations, and that's encouraging. And I know that issues of shared revenue, and I hope PFAS and expanding childcare are all things that our Republican leadership will take very seriously, because I know our governor does.
We'll also see how much abortion makes it into tonight's speech. Hung says we may see it in some form, as that's something that Wisconsinites are just expecting to hear. So tonight's speech will start at 7, and coming up tonight, we'll have a full recap here on News 3 Now. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Will Keneally reporting. Will, thank you. You can watch Governor Evers' State of the State live on channel3000.com and on Channel 3000 Plus on your streaming devices. UW system officials say they will restrict the use of TikTok on UW system devices. A spokesman did not explain whether the system was banning the app or limiting its use to only certain situations. Universities often use TikTok as a recruiting tool to connect with high school students, including UW-Madison, which has multiple accounts. Earlier this month, the governor banned the use of TikTok TikTok on Wisconsin state phones and other devices, citing potential risks to privacy, safety, and security. Still ahead, a Wisconsin man builds a winter funland for his community. Plus, 4 authors from different walks of life teaming up to bring 4th and 5th grade students a message of unity.
Every family is a little bit different, and we'd all love life to be a little bit simpler. No matter where you work or how hard you play, you need reliable appliances to help you conquer the inevitable hectic day. Whether you're optimizing space for the next great race or looking for a quiet place, Criterion appliances are ready when you are.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
I want to ride this pony, but I suffer from low E.
Millions of people are suffering from low energy, commonly known as low E.
With my low E, I can never finish this trending dance.
Low E has hurt my performance in the bedroom. I haven't been able to make the bed in years. Now there's hope.
Planet Fitness replaces low E with Big E, which keeps you energized and glowing all day. Simply join through the free PF app. $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 31st.
That's my boy.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
4 Beloit authors made their own book tour today, visiting 3 schools, reading from a new book they co-authored. The 4 are all award winners and came together to publish the book, Where We Came From. Each author described to 4th and 5th graders their backgrounds and how in the book that molded their lives and provided lessons they could learn from.
We hope that they feel special, that they know that they're special, they each have special stories, and also that being a writer is a great career and that anyone can pursue it.
Well, any place we can talk about where we come from and can encourage kids to talk with their parents, their grandparents, their great-grandparents to learn more about their own stories.
The authors' visits were sponsored by the Beloit Public Library as part of their Book Quest program. There's no shortage of fun winter activities throughout Wisconsin, but imagine that fun being right in your own front yard. That's exactly what one man in northern Wisconsin is providing for his community, consisting of a 40 by 60 ice rink, nearly 20-foot tall sledding hill, and no shortage of snowmobile rides. Merrill's Derek Simon is the architect of a winter playland. Even at no cost for people to stop by, Simon says it's the memories that best motivate him to keep building up the area.
Lots of kids come out here for their first time to skate. That's always a plus, you know, just to make sure they have that memory, I guess, you know, even if they don't remember it, it feels good to know that they, you know, I was able to provide that first time experience for them to come out here and do that.
For the ice rink, Derek mentions that it's even cooler at night because it glows in the dark. And we come back, another big-time band will be headlining at Summerfest this year, when you'll be able to get tickets. And a new study suggests many women don't know they may be more at risk for breast cancer based on breast density, what one doctor says you should take from this research. Plus, could we see more snow when we wake up tomorrow? Your complete forecast after a short break.
Presents 2023 Furniture Resolutions. Resolution number 12, live without regrets. Comparison shopping is tough. Both of these sofas power recline. Both have USB ports, but my Avenger Power Reclining Sofa has comfy Bobapedic seating and a neat drop-down table with cup holders. Theirs doesn't. My Avenger is only $9.99. Those other guys charge $18.35. You're too savvy for that. Live without shopping regrets with my Avenger Sofa. Bob's Discount Furniture. Furniture solutions to your resolutions.
Hey, I just got a text from my sister. You remember Rick, her neighbor?
Sure. He's the 76-year-old guy who still runs marathons, right?
Sadly, not anymore.
What? You mean...
Mm-hmm. Just like that.
Wow. So sudden. We're not about to have the we need life insurance conversation again, are we?
No, we're having the we're getting coverage so we don't have to worry about it conversation.
So you're calling about the $9.95 a month plan from Colonial Penn?
I am. We put it off long enough. We are getting that $9.95 plan today.
Is it time for you to call about the $9.95 plan? I'm Jonathan from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. Sometimes we just need a reminder not to take today for granted. It could be the death of someone you know or a health scare. That's why today could be a great day to call for free information about Colonial Penn's $9.95 plan. If you're age 50 to 85, you can get guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance starting at just $9.95 a month. There are no health questions, so you can't be turned down for any health reason. This is permanent coverage. Just pay your premiums for lifelong security. The $9.95 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life plan. Options start at just $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. Your rate can never go up. It's locked in for life. Don't put it off. Take the first easy step. Call today for free information. And you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. So call now.
Call 1-800-290-3399 for your free information and free gift. That's 1-800-290-3399. There's no risk or obligation. That number again is 1-800-290-3399. 1-800-290-3399. Call now.
Hello, Colonial Penn?
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
About half of women who are 40 or older have dense breasts, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. But a new study shows many women may not know that having dense breasts raises the risk of breast cancer. Mandy Gaither has more on the latest research and what a doctor says you should take away from it.
It's usually noted on a mammogram report or during an exam. Having dense breast tissue is normal and common.
For women that have more tissue, less fat, they're considered to have dense breasts.
And it's also associated with up to a 4 times higher risk of breast cancer. However, a new study suggests many women may not know that. In a survey of nearly 1,900 women ages 40 to 76 who'd recently had a mammogram, had no history of breast cancer, and had heard of breast density, 93% said it was a lesser risk when compared to other well-known breast cancer risks.
The screening tools that we have may be less accurate in someone with a dense breast.
Dense tissue can hide cancers. On a mammogram, fibrous and glandular tissue seen on the right looks white. So does a possible tumor, so a small tumor may be missed. Still, mammograms are a critical tool that save lives. Atlanta OBGYN Dr. Sujatha Reddy says women with dense breasts may consider getting a 3-dimensional mammogram.
They are becoming more common and they're being covered by insurance at a much better rate.
While you can't control whether you have dense breast tissue, Reddy says you can do other things to lower breast cancer risk.
You want to limit alcohol consumption, be physically active, and try to maintain a healthy weight and eat a healthy diet. Those are factors you can control.
I'm Mandy Gaither.
The CDC says the density of breasts can change over time. You're more likely to have dense breast tissue if you're younger, pregnant, or breastfeeding, taking hormone replacement therapy, or have a lower body weight. You can talk to your doctor about your personal risk of getting breast cancer. We could see some snow tonight and tomorrow. Here's Gary with your complete forecast.
After a cloudy and just somewhat blah day today, 3 things you need to know. Light snow and flurries will develop late tonight through the day tomorrow. We could see some minor snow accumulations from Madison on toward the south and east. Then we could see a few more flurries on Thursday, a few snow showers on Friday, maybe up to 1 inch of accumulation there. But after that, temperatures drop. Much colder this weekend. Highs drop into the teens. And by next week, high temperatures will generally be around 10 degrees with nighttime low temperatures above and below 0. Future track beginning early on Wednesday morning. You can see light snow starting to spread northward out of Illinois and Iowa. The northern part of this area kind of runs into some drier air. So initially, the snow has a hard time reaching the ground. But by tomorrow tomorrow morning, most of us will see snow, and then during the afternoon, it'll just kind of break apart into snow showers and flurries, and we'll see little in the way of additional accumulation. Right now, the thinking is maybe as much as 3 inches down toward the Illinois state line, say from Beloit eastward, an inch or two between there and maybe the southeastern portion of Dane County, and then north and west of Madison, probably less than an inch, if anything. The same storm system bringing severe weather to the south. You can see a tornado watch in effect for much of southeastern Louisiana as an intense squall line sweeps out of Texas and pushes through Louisiana. Northern part of the same system that'll be bringing us the snow tomorrow, already spreading wintry weather from northern Texas through Arkansas into Oklahoma and eventually up into parts of Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and into Michigan, where winter storm warnings are in effect. You can see those winter weather advisories as far north as far as southeastern Wisconsin. But the main part of the storm system will stay to our south. We're just on the northern fringes of it. A second storm system to the north and a split flow jet stream kind of keeping some of the energy away from our area. So we're just kind of in between right now with lots of clouds, but not much in the way of precipitation. Temperatures are generally below freezing here, mid to upper 20s to around 30 degrees across Wisconsin, a little bit warmer farther to the south, but we'll be just cold enough for snow as we head through the day tomorrow. So again, winter weather advisory for Rock and Walworth counties from 6 a.m. until 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Planning your night, look for low temperatures to be right around midnight. Here in Madison, probably about 25, but back up to 28 by morning. Some snow showers or flurries from Madison southward. North of Madison, probably just cloudy skies overnight. Then for tomorrow, we'll see a period of some light snow showers and flurries. High temperature at 31 degrees. Planning your day, again, early tomorrow morning, the snow starting to spread into far southern and southeastern Wisconsin. Areas north and west of Madison, much more in the way of showery precipitation, off and on snow or some flurries. Notice those temperatures right around or just below freezing, so cold enough to cause some slippery road surfaces, perhaps an inch or two across Rock County into Walworth County, north and west of Madison. If we see an inch, that would be a lot. 7 to 10 day forecast, a little colder Thursday, a little warmer Friday with those snow showers, and then the bottom falls out of the temperatures. By the time we hit into the latter part of next week, nighttime low temperatures are below 0, daytime highs only around 10, and wind chills in the morning 20 to 25 below 0.
Gary, thank you. Dave Matthews Band coming to Summerfest this year. The Milwaukee World Festival announced the band will be performing. It'll be Thursday, June 29th. The performance comes a month after the Dave Matthews Band is scheduled to release a new album, Walk Around the Moon. Tickets for the performance are scheduled to go on sale Friday, February 17th.
And coming up in sports, the waiting game continues for Aaron Rodgers. What he said on the Pat McAfee Show that might have some Packer fans turning their heads. Here from 12 next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses. See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
Cold winter weather's here, so why feel it inside your own home and in your wallet? USA Insulation's premium injection foam fills every crevice of your walls, even going over your existing inferior insulation. Our foam gives you high-tech comfort and saves you money on utility bills year-round. So stop bundling up and start building savings. Call now and get up to a 30% tax credit and low monthly payments.
USA Insulation.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Find new experiences, find new roads. Well-qualified buyers get 2.99% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups or get $1,500 cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $3,250 total cash allowance.
Helpful hints for you from Meineke. Your vehicle's brake pads are designed to wear down over time. That's why we recommend a visual brake inspection at least once a year or before you hit the road for a trip. If you feel or hear anything abnormal, stop into Meineke for a free brake inspection and a courtesy check today. And with 4 locations in the Madison area, there's always a Meineke nearby. Set up your appointment at Meineke.com today.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. That big crispy boy can barely fit on the bun. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see.
Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
If you like your tacos with a twist, you're going to want to try this Restaurant Week newcomer. Tomorrow we'll learn how local ingredients bring top-notch flavor to the table.
And we'll have an update on the snow and road conditions in the morning. Join us between 4:30 and 7.
The future of Aaron Rodgers is still unknown, hence the question marks. Number 12 is due $60 million next season from the franchise that drafted him. That is if the Packers keep him. The latest chatter is that Green Bay is looking to trade the quarterback. But while we are still in the waiting period for a decision, A-Rod did say he'd love to retire as a Packer. Well, kind of.
I'd love to finish there. I would. And I might have finished there. You know, who knows? But when I talk about my future, I don't talk in any cryptic terms. You know, I'm pretty direct about how I feel, and I am taking time with my decision. And I am, you know, not, you know, egomaniacal in a sense to think that, you know, I should be able to play wherever I want, as long as I want.
For the first time in 2023, it was a good weekend for the Wisconsin women's hockey team. Not only did they snap their 5-game skid, but they earned their first sweep since the first time they faced Minnesota State back in early December. Their goaltender play was great. They saw the puck go in the net and earned 2 wins in the process. So you could say the mood around the bond was a lot different than it's been in the past few weeks.
After you lose 5 games in a row, nobody gets comfortable. Everybody gets, you know, angry and ornery. It's like waking up Monday and you have to go to work and you don't really feel like going to work. But we played well. Kids scored goals. Kid made good plays, and they should feel good about the effort.
Sure, it felt like a weight off their shoulders, a weight off my shoulders too, knowing that we could gain a bit of a lead. No, I'm just happy for them. We could put the puck in the net.
After 2.5 years, Will Ryan is out as UW Green Bay's head men's basketball coach. The son of former Wisconsin head coach Bo Ryan posted a 15-61 record during his time leading the Phoenix. Former Badger captain Freddie Owens has been named Green Bay's interim head coach. And in case you were wondering why the Badger men's basketball coaching staff was wearing tennis shoes on the sidelines last night, well, it's Coaches versus Cancer Suits and Sneakers Week, and Greg Gard took it a step further, wearing one pink shoelace and one gray shoelace, one in memory of his father and all who are battling brain cancer, and the other in honor of his mom and her fight against breast cancer. And they play Wednesday, too.
Yeah, he has done a lot for that cause. Great to see from Coach Gard. Gary, final check.
Temperatures right now, upper 20s, 28 right now in Middleton, 30 degrees in Edgerton. Look for these temperatures to hold nearly steady in the upper 20s through the overnight hours, and again, some snow developing late tonight into tomorrow.
All right, Gary, thank you. And thanks for joining us at 6. We'll see you back here tonight at 10.